woke up over here. I started waking up in the world. And then I faded to the bad motherfucker kind of numb. My eyes just said, ah. We've seen things that really make you want to freak. I mean, blow your mind, and what they've been through in the bush, and plus what they have to go to back in the world. They can't face it. They're ready just to get down and start another civil war. Just like the chapter in Elrich Weaver's book called Lazarus, Come Forth. Come home, bruh. Wake up, open your motherfucking eyes, and peek, motherfucking peek.
Peep it, hear it, listen to the black soldiers in Vietnam. Schooled in the arts of war as no generation of blacks in American history. They are fed up with dying in a war they believe is the white man's war. They are coming home determined to get their share, even if it means turning to violence. Black soldiers who died in wars before were forgotten. Did you ever hear of black soldiers who fought the Indians for the Pilgrims, who died at Valley Forge, who turned the tide of the Battle of New Orleans, who were massacred in the Civil War, who led Teddy Roosevelt up San Juan Hill, who drew the praise of France in World War I, and who commanded tanks for George S. Patton? This is Wallace Terry. For more than 2 years, I was in Vietnam with black soldiers of today. When they first came to Vietnam, they were anxious to prove themselves in the most integrated war in American history, sharing the leadership, sharing the foxholes, and sharing the plastic bags. Blacks account for only 11% of the American population, but in Vietnam, up to 22% of the dying. Then the war soured. Black progress at home began to fade. The mood changed. Then came a second war. Black against white on a double battleground. Racial slurs, Confederate flags, cross burnings, knifings, killings. The black soldiers you hear in this album are real. They were recorded in Vietnam. Their names are omitted, and you will understand why. Their language and anger may frighten you or amuse you. You may not like what they say. You may not believe that the conditions they relate are real, but they are. And their anger is growing to bases and countries around the world, like here at Tin Sha, the Navy base in Da Nang.
Times are changing. The black man is not the only one who feels that this war shouldn't be going on. We don't have any business here.
The reason why I think that we shouldn't be over here, simple reason is because we have a war going on back home, and we should first clean up our own backyard before we try to clean up someone else.
I don't think we should be over here because it always was the black man fighting the yellow man for the white man, and it shows in cases where the white man is with the white man. Why didn't he drop the bomb on Germany when he was fighting Germany instead of dropping it on Japan? He don't drop anything that harmful on the people that considered the same as he is, so why should we be here fighting a war for him to profit off? The shit, the money we spending here could be helping our people back in the States in more ways than one.
I volunteered to come over here. I came over here to get raided and get me some more dough. I give a heck about the Vietnamese any way or another. I can take them or leave them. So personally, I came over here for me. I didn't come over here for the United States, nobody else, just for me. When I get myself financially secured, get my degree, then I can help somebody else. But until I do that, I'm gonna help me.
I used to work over here at Tin Sha Valley. Buku Vietnamese women, you know, over there working for me. Now, for me to say something to them, it's just like talking to a brick wall. But, you know, I say something to them, and they'll go up and tell the man. They'll cry to the man, and the man, you know, he just act as though I'm not even there. Yeah. Vietnamese will come first before you do. You're supposed to be looking out for their pride. Now, I'm an American serviceman, you know. I'm over here supposed to be fighting this war for him, helping him out and shit, you know. I'm just up here on a bullshit tip anyway. Hell no, I don't think this is a black man's war.
Used to go over to the USS Tripoli. That's the fucking ship. All the brothers on the ship had to get their hair cut, and if they didn't get their hair cut, we got put in the brig. And what they did, when they caught a brother with an afro, they just took him down to the brig and cut all his hair off and threw him in jail. And here it is, all these beast motherfuckers walking around here with their hair looking like goddamn girls, and we can't wear our hair motherfucking 3 inches long. The motherfucking regulation is 3 inches. And most of the brothers can wear afro, the hair don't be motherfucking 2 inches. And why we gotta get our hair cut? That's what I wanna know.
What do you think of the Black Panthers?
I think it's the best thing the Negro got going for him, because I'm gonna join them time I get back there with a black man. Well, my home is in Michigan, but I'm settling in Frisco, so I'll be close to him. I ain't going no farther than Frisco, so I'll be there for every meeting and every burning. After 12 months in Nam, I think I owe something to my people.
To me, I think the Black Panthers is what we need as an equalizer. Man has the right to speak his own opinion. Hey, man, motherfucker you, Dixon. Don't be interrupting me, motherfucker. Wow, man, why can't I say my motherfucker? Here, eat the motherfucker. Eat it. Take it, man. Take the thing, man.
Listen, look at the people. Look at them. We supposed to be conducting this manner.
Why don't you tell the dude to lay dead then, man? What I was saying is, I think the Black Panthers is what we need as an equalizer. The Beast got his KKK, plus he got his good points, too. As far as the Black Panthers is concerned, it gives them something to fear, just as they've given us something to fear all these many years.
Well, when the Panthers first started out, from what I understand, they was to keep the beast from fucking over the people when they demonstrate. And the Honkers made the Panthers as violent they are. And I figure anytime you got the fucking KKK who been kicking our people's ass and burning crosses and fucking over our people, and then you start fighting force with force, then the motherfuckers start hollering they gotta be communist inspired and a whole bunch of shit like that. But you see, I think the Panthers, I would join them and I would help kill all these honky motherfuckers, because do unto him before he do it to you. And that's what you fuck around long, that's what he gonna do. He done did it everywhere else and he getting around to you. And he say looting. I mean, just not the problem of looting. He looted our fucking people from Africa. He brought us here, looted the fucking land from the Indians, and then worked your motherfucking ass for nothing. And now, when you start fighting back, striking back, kicking asses, and the man wanna holler, you motherfuckers be nice, and a couple of times and quit you from riding. Strictly, I go for riding, but I don't go for going to the store looting without no heat with you, because if the man shoot at you, you gotta shoot at him back. Because I ain't gonna steal no $10 shirt and have a man shooting at me. But if I take a $10 shirt and the man shoot at me, I'm willing to shoot back at him and put some holes in his motherfucking ass, because you're a taxpayer and you paying this motherfucking salary and you don't pay him to shoot at your motherfucking ass. You paying him for protection.
Look here, I got to go now, but before I want to say this, you asked the question, does you think the black man belong over here? Well, for one reason, I think he do. The black man has to prove himself equal in every field. He got to be able to prove to himself that he can do what the white man can do. We got a bigger war back home, sure, but you know you got to sacrifice to get anything.
Yeah, but you got to
Wait a minute, like I said, man.
Kiss no ass,
I'm not talking about kissing no ass. I'm making a statement, man, about the position. You got to prove yourself equal to everything.
The black man today doesn't have to prove anything. We are a race of people. We have our culture, we have our background, our ancestors. Why associate at all with the beast? We have nothing in common. Perhaps we can live with them, but we must live according to our origins. We were the first people here. Civilization began in Africa. We want what is rightfully ours.
Because of racism, many blacks at Tenshaw got more punishment, more time in the stockade than did whites. I talked to a black lawyer who spent a year defending them, Navy Lieutenant Owen Heggs.
I think that as the military represents in microcosm the society we live in, black people today in the military, from PFC through 05, represent the black movement in our country. Either they say, hell no, we won't go, or, yeah, I got to go, and I'm here, but I'm not going to take no licks on me. I'm not going to come 12,000 miles from home to be shit on by some girl in the EM club who's been hanging around with a bunch of Southerners. She doesn't know me and I don't know her. But she calls me a nigger. Why? Because somebody taught her. The young black people in this war in Vietnam now, because they are the ones who represent a new generation, they are the ones who represent a new train of thought, they are the ones who ain't gonna take no more shit. They are the ones, you see. So I think the problem exists because we have a new generation come a long way from home when they don't want to come a long way from home, and they got to take the same licks on them they got to take back in Philadelphia and Detroit and Watts and Huff and Harlem and Bedford-Stuyvesant, and they're not ready for it, and they're not going to put up with it. White people haven't changed. The same white people in the military today were in the military in 1930 and 1940, basically. What has changed, I think, is the black population in the military.
Angered by Confederate flags flying over the battlefields, black Marines in Da Nang designed a flag of their own, green for youth, red for the blood they shed, and black for Africa. I talked to them at their barracks, the little ghetto.
In April of 1968, the day after Martin Luther King died, there was a mass flag raising, and the flags that were flying were not American flags. They were not Black Power flags. They were Confederate flags. And they flew for approximately 3 days, and nobody said anything about it. Well, the brothers got together. When we presented this fact to the upper echelon, within, I would say, about 4 or 5 hours, these flags were down. Now, I don't know if it was the threat of our retaliation or the fact that we made the presence of these Confederate flags known. Like, if a man can ride down the road and can't see a 15 by 20-foot flag flying over the area in an open view, I think the man is blind, and he shouldn't be over here in the first place.
The first time I ever really peeped the beast was when I got to high school. I got thrown in a factory school. One of them brain factory school. The motherfuckers try to throw all this shit in their head. You're supposed to come out a genius or some shit. Yeah. So what if I go to the Naval Academy? If I go to Princeton, I go to Yale or Harvard over there. I'm still a motherfucking black man. The motherfucker look at that uppity motherfucker. Who he think he is and shit like that, you know what I mean? You know, my mom used to whip my ass to make me go to school, you know what I mean? I'm glad she did that, you know. Oh, this is what my old man told me when I dropped out of college, you know, and told him that I was going in the suck. He said, son, you aren't bulletproof. What are you fighting for? You know what I mean? This motherfucker just leaped up and down on my ass, you know? But I faded wrong, you know. This is my great mistake, you know. I'm gonna spend years after I get out of this motherfucker paying for it, you know. Now I'm gonna have to regroup and retrack and just get recomposed completely.
Tell me this, what do you think the white man should be called?
Devil. Beast. Overrated name. Everything he does is in a bestial fashion.
What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by that? The way he acts, his very nature is bestial. This man has been a beast all his life. This shit has been in him from constantly fucking over people. He's got it down to a fine art.
In the Philippines, the beast went over there and told them that the brothers, at midnight, the brothers grow tails and shit like that.
Yeah. I remember when I was in Paris Island, I had a drill instructor, and this man would come right out and say, "You're a nigger." There's only about 3 or 4 colored guys in the platoon. I sit down and talk to the white guys about the black man, and because I didn't smile at what he was saying, you know what he hollered? "You don't like a nigger, bitch. You don't like a nigger, bitch." When I first got here, I used to sit in the mess hall and just rap. And everybody heard me, you know. Next thing I know, this man's talking treason. That's what he said to me.
Why should I have to go to chow, sit at the same table, eat with some beast to say, this nigga this nigga this? But I tell you, if one of them ever sit at a table with me and break foul like that, he'd get my knife in his chest.
You think there should be more brothers as officers in the Marine Corps?
That's right. Sure. Depending upon the nature, make sure the brother help the other brother.
Not no Negroes, but some real black brother.
Do you want integration when you get back to the world?
Like the Indians. It's the difference between integration and having the same privileges. I want the same privileges.
Just like the man said, well, we're going to let you eat in this place right here, you know. Well, 20 years ago, you couldn't. Now, look, you can eat here. Well, thanks a lot. Well, you know, let me say thank you a whole motherfucking lot. I really appreciate it. How do you know that I really want to eat in the first motherfucking place? I grew up in a community in South Baltimore called Cherry Hill, where 40,000 black people live. I'm gonna tell you how flaky my brothers are. We had a councilman out there that's been trying to get elected for the last 10 years. A brother been trying to get elected for the last 10 years. It ain't nothing but black people out there. And you know this man can't even get elected. They'd rather elect this motherfucker named Friedel or Pulaski, somebody, you know. Wow. You start snatching on all these old flakes, you know. Come here, Flake, and all these old TTs. You can't get Tom Terrific. Come here, Tom. Get them all in a circle. And all these old so-called Negroes and colored people. And you just say, look here, people, you can't call them brothers. You can't say brothers, because they aren't in that frame of mind. They not in that frame of mind. They have him open up the first eyelid to peep. They have Eve open that motherfucker up.
You want intermarriage?
No. For what? No. Why don't I like interracial marriage? For one thing, I don't dig a Beast Brown because she's always fronting. Sisters front too, but they front in a different way. You know what I mean? They front in a different way. They fronting to get something. But a Beast Brown, she just fronting to be fronting.
A sister knows what it is to be noticed. She's got to go out there. She's got to get that bleaching cream. She got to get that hair straightened.
She knows what it means.
This is what it took 5 years ago to be noticed. She had to get that hair straightened. She had to get that bleaching cream to get that skin a little bit lighter. You know, it don't work this way. The sister now, what's she doing back in the world? She ain't using that bleaching cream no more.
And keep on
and she puts that water on. She don't get that straightening comb. That straightening comb hit the garbage can 3 years ago. And that hair is just so beautiful. It is defiant. It stands up against the wind, the rain, the elements. It is out there, and it don't need nothing. It don't need nothing. It just stands up there just as proud as can be.
Going back to what you said about marrying a gray bride, she don't know nothing about when you used to get out there on Saturday morning and, you know, do this little thing just to get your child, bro. Or when you fade to the movies and whatnot, and you hopping on, you know, let's get this little nickel dime thing going so we can see who goes to the movie. She don't know nothing about that. But she always had, she didn't have to go to no goddamn movie or a skating ring, you know what I mean? Or don't know what it means to eat hot dogs every motherfucking Friday, you know what I mean? Knowing what you gonna have every day of the week. This was your meal, bro. She don't know nothing about that. You don't share any common or mutual interest whatsoever with her, you know? You start talking about, well, this is the way I grew up, so-and-so. I did so-and-so here and there and everywhere, and I slid here and I faded there, and I tipped on up here. She don't know nothing about it. You in a completely different world, bro.
If you got back home and a riot broke out, would you join it?
Hell yes.
Why?
Why? Tell you what, bro. Why did the, just like this brother rapped the Cherry Point last year, the chaplain tried to cool us down. Sit down, brothers. Please don't start no shit. Please. And then brother said, Chaplain, you had your motherfucking Boston Tea Party. Why can't we have our rights? Is there any difference? Check it. Is there any difference? That's your. I ain't even gonna say no more.
I joined you?
Talk about the Mac chapter, man.
Why was it here to make? Why? I have nothing in the first place. I have nothing to lose or win. You know? If they kicking Cracker's ass, I'm gonna get a help kick a few ass cheeks because I'm doing what my grandfather wanted to do and couldn't do. You know, I'm getting even with him for the times he raped my grandmother and my sisters and my aunties when he lynched my grandfather. When he took their 40 acres, that goddamn mule he's supposed to give him. Mule died, he's still a slave, right? So I'm getting even with him for that. So they got a ride going, hell yeah, I'm gonna get in the middle of it. If I get killed, fuck it.
Black Navy and Marine officers got together one night in Da Nang. Doctors, lawyers, helicopter pilots, tank commanders, and combat sergeants.
If I was a snuffy, I wouldn't fight.
You wouldn't fight?
Why should I fight?
Why should you fight?
For prejudice in America.
I'll tell you one reason why you better fight, because somebody's shooting at your big ass. And if you didn't, then you would go home without your ass, right?
All right, that is.
Talk to him, baby. Talk on.
Beautiful.
Talk on. Time out here.
No, wait. I'm talking. Now you pull me in this little jive conversation. There's no value placed on a man. At least it wasn't to me. I didn't give a damn whether he was white as snow, as black as my shoes, as long as his trigger finger was active and he didn't have arthritis. Okay, you say you're not gonna fight because you was a PFC. I tell you, you're gonna fight to save the young gunner's ass, and if you didn't, you wouldn't save your ass.
The average young Negro comes over here, he's defiant of criteria. He gives you the high power or black power sign. This don't mean shit to me, because I'm a professional Marine. I judge people. I can raise my fist and put a glove on it. Didn't take a whole lot of common sense to do that either. But what does it mean? He don't know. But tell him to go out here and blow up somebody's house or break out a 5-gallon can of air so and burn it down. He's ready. Everybody laughing, but he's ready. No. Yeah, he's damn sure ready. But what is he doing it for? He don't know. I best serve my country and best serve the Negro people by setting an example, because I'm not in a position to instruct. So I go out there in the bush and I do the thing that I'm most qualified to do. I can beat that bush, bar none, better than most. So the Negroes that work for me, they're not as qualified, but I give them that tool that the good man gave me, that little bit of knowledge. I give it to them with all the energetic effort that God has given me. I didn't sit around and say what the Negro people were going to do, what we are going to overcome. I give them that bit I had accomplished myself. All the white people look back, they didn't like them, but they goddamn sure had to respect him. They had to give him that quarter. They didn't ask for none, but the man had to give it to him. The ones down 3rd Man who sit on there smoking pot, going to sleep on the line, and they were getting other people killed, I wouldn't have given them nothing but a dose of lead either. I'm a doctor in a sense. I'm a qualified surgeon. You got to play. Really together. I ask the good Lord, let me be a good husband. Give my Negro people what is expected and let me die like a Negro. Proper. And I've seen so many Chuck dudes get out there in the bush, die crying, screaming like an old woman going through the menopause. I'm telling you the truth. But I've seen some brothers sit there and know they was going to die, and the God sent my mother to hell if I'm lying. Know he's going to die. You know what the cat say? Look here, baby. Then I sit there and tell him, you're going to make it. Now your mother got holes in him, look like a piece of Lindbergh cheese. And I sit there and tell him, you're going to be all right. And you know the cat look up, and the whole platoon standing by. Baby, I know I'm going to die. I'm going to die like a brother. Soldier, motherfucker. That's all I could tell him. He didn't go out crying. But let them Chuck dudes get hit in the foot. Lord, we got to get him 4 or 5 medevacs to keep this motherfucker quiet. That's the only thing I ask.
What was the original question?
Fighting the Hunkies war.
Why'd you go out here and fight for the white man in Vietnam when you should have been back home fighting for the brother in the ghetto?
I tell the cat, first of all, they raised him over hell than I'm raising over here, so I should have asked him to come over here and help me. Everybody's vocation, advocation was not to march the street and fight the white man in the States. Some of us, uneducated as they may be, came over here to fight and set an example for what the Negro is qualified to do if he has to do it.
Well, first of all, I consider myself a professional. I am a professional killer. I am a professional Marine. I am a professional. I love to kill. That's my duty. Now, if I was a bookkeeper, they told me to keep books. I would keep books. If I was a doctor, they told me to go out and perform surgery. I would go out and perform surgery. But I am a Marine officer, an aviator, a killer.
You are a lawyer. Would you defend a white man?
Under what circumstances?
Irregardless of the circumstance, you've been hired as counselor. Will you defend him to the best of your ability?
Yes.
Okay. You said he would defend a white man, then why ask less of me and my job is to kill one? Did you determine his color? That's not the question. The question would be, irregardless of whether it's a white man's war and you are here, I'm going to do it because it is a profession.
It is not a profession. It is an occupation at best.
Okay.
Maybe a preoccupation, but not a profession.
Okay. Is yours a profession?
Yes.
What is the
Yes.
Then is mine any
The
less?
difference is, my friend, that when you talk about the word profession, you talk about the word welfare. When you talk about the word welfare, you talk about the good of individuals. And your profession, as you put it, has absolutely nothing to do with anybody's welfare except your own. And somebody's order somewhere who tells you, go kill him.
Hikalu, that's Swahili. It means place of gathering. And Hikalu is where black Marines and soldiers meet in Chulai. A barracks where they're free to talk about the man. No officers are present. No whites are present. Only brothers.
Goddamn, the only reason they got us over here because they think we suckers. We'll go out there in the bush. First thing the man gonna say, if Charlie out there sniping, what he gonna say? Say, boy, you go out there, boy. Well, hell, why should I be called a boy? Hell, I got a name. They call me by my rank or anything, but I got to be a boy. This dude go out there and one blast go off and he falls down, he get up and he goes some more. He winds up getting the Medal of Honor. Well, 5 of us could be on that motherfucker. How come we can't get none? Like up north, all right, there were 14 of us went out on an operation. All right, they sent us in the same place 4 fucking times. All right, the 5th time we went out there, well, Charlie had the whole trail, booby trap and all this shit, and they know goddamn well you can't go in one place too many times if Charlie gonna have shit together, see? And had an L-shaped ambush. All right, I'm trying to get to my brother-in-law because he done got a leg blown off, and this other dude set off a goddamn booby trap, and I get goddamn shrapnel all in the leg and all this shit. Well, why couldn't I get a motherfucking Medal of Honor? I went up there to try to get my brother-in-law over the trail. What did I get? I ain't get a motherfucking thing.
Purple Heart?
A Purple Heart? What the fuck is a Purple Heart, man? Oh, hell, I was entitled to a Purple Heart because I got fucked up.
I've been from Quezon on down to Quezon. And really, I've seen a lot of brothers do some outstanding feats. Well, they should have got medals. A lot of brothers should have got medals. But they pat you on the back. They say, you're a good man, you know? You kill a few. They call you quick shot. And a fire quick. Put him on point.
Has anybody messed with you for using the Black Power sign?
3 brothers was walking out of the mess hall, and I gave him the sign. And so the sergeant, he was my sergeant of 1st platoon. He was a beast, little thin motherfucker, big head. He said, what are you doing? And I said, well, I gave my brothers the sign. And he said, the next time I catch you doing that, I'm gonna take you right up to CID's office with me. I said, for what? He said, you know what that means? I said, what? He said, Black Power. I said, no shit. I said, well, I'll run you straight up to CID. I said, well, I'll go up there with you right now, motherfucker. I said, because that's the way I greet my brothers every goddamn day, just like you big-head motherfuckers put up that peace sign.
Did you ever find out what that means?
From all I know, it's supposed to mean peace.
Peace with victory.
Look here. All right, look.
You understand? In other words, they kick everybody's ass, you know, all the people in the world, and they'll have peace. Because they won't have no opposition.
Yeah, hell yeah. Motherfuckers, they never did nothing for me. They ain't gonna never do nothing for me. They gonna tell me, well, I let you have this. They ain't gonna let me have a damn thing. I'm gonna take what's mine. Give it back to me, what they took from my forefathers. We didn't ask to come over to America, no motherfucking way. Motherfucking man came around smoking his pipe and started changing people, putting them on boats, bringing them over here. I hate the motherfuckers. I don't like none of them. And gonna do a couple of them soon as I get a chance to.
They teach you the leaders that try to rebel against this. All they told you was that the British went over to Africa, got a bunch of brothers, put them on a ship, and brought them over here. But they didn't say whether the brother was the first one to step on American soil off that ship.
And
we don't know this, but it had to be. See, somebody had to sit that gangplank on land. And I know no white man ain't lift that boat.
When I went to Benoit Air Base one night, I joined some brothers after their missions. Pilots who fly jets, helicopters, slicks, cobras, and airplanes that spray herbicides.
I get more kicks out of shooting a water buffalo than I get out of doing anything else. We was driving along the road, and my trusty 38, which I'd never go anywhere without, I saw a water buffalo out there. Just by the influence of being in Vietnam, I decided to kill this man's, this is his life. You know, this water buffalo. I saw it out in the field, and I decided to shoot up a barrel of ammunition at it. And I just kept pumping and pumping, but that buffalo did not fall until he got introduced to the M16. You know, now this is what I'm saying is I cannot use a Vietnamese, a gook, a dink, or anything else you want to call it. Now
I hate working with them
because they'll kill you.
Because while I was flying slicks, I'd put Vietnamese down in doggone rice paddies and stuff. And those cats would turn around and pump some shots off at me, man. I'm not kidding.
Or run back in the helicopter.
These cats, they went in there and they ran across VC Battalion. And they got caught on 2 sides. These Arvins, they dropped their weapons, and I mean, they got some head. They got some head. And these Americans were down there trying to coordinate fire to break these VC off these Arvins behind, you know. And the next day we went out to the same place, and they brought up an American major out there and a brother
both of them in plastic bags, because these beautiful Armans, these beautiful Armans, you know, they can't stand and fight. And this is not the first time. These people aren't doing their job, so why should I feel anything for them?
I dropped 43 rounds of ammunition over top of somebody's house today. You know, when we was flying back from Saigon, I just reached in my belt, pulled them all out, and just threw them out the door. Now, from 1,000 feet, a round hitting the tin roof doesn't sound right. I've dropped great big rocks, 1,500 feet, on top of a hamlet, which really, it doesn't make sense.
We holler about we're doing good, then you go out and you kill a Vietnamese water buffalo, and he's pissed off, then he's going to shoot. That's another VC you've accomplished right there. You're not killing him, you're making another one right there.
How do I know he's not one before I started?
What I'm saying, this makes sense. This is a useless thing.
Well, I'll put it this way, some fool pushing some water buffalo down south of Domtown, you know, pumped the AK-47 round up underneath my seat, you know. Now, this didn't make me too happy, being that this was a non-hostile fire zone, no VC within the area, except a few people down on the ground with water buffalo for a second tour. Even right in the Albertine, there's a lot of guys that raise a Purple Heart, you know. Now, they didn't earn these Purple Hearts sitting around sticking pins in their fingers. Somebody out there shot it. And these were the guys running around in short cut-off khakis known as NBA uniforms. We've lost 3,000 plus helicopters, you know. Why? Because of the same people that some people, the pacifists, want us to not shoot the water buffalo that transport these idiots from Hanoi and a few other places, you know. Yeah, I probably deprived maybe 50 BC of getting a ride.
You're going to justify that damn buffalo.
Now, wait a minute. I want to ask you this. Don't like Negroes.
What buffaloes don't like Negroes?
They don't like Americans, period. The Vietnamese walked up to them, rubbed, nothing happened. American especially got their soul scent, bang. You got a raging, maybe 2,000-pound piece of gray meat with horns that really can inflict severe wounds upon one's young body, coming with you with great devastation. I'm jiving you not. You spray every day. You spray this stuff that destroys, timber killer or whatever you want to call it. Every day you spray this stuff, you know. And do you ever take into consideration what else you kill?
The herbicide is not supposed to really harm anything but vegetation.
That's just like me shooting that water buffalo. You kill them indirectly, and I just go about it the right way.
I got reports I can refer to. All it says, this stuff killed trees. Flat, that's all it says.
Well, 38 only killed whatever's in his way.
At Pleiku in the Central Highlands, it was the monsoon season. The rain fell hard. I talked to a black... He is 19 years old.
What's your job?
I drive a gas tank.
A gas tank truck?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
A skilled labor.
Have you ever been shot at?
In my truck?
Yeah.
No, sir. That's what I do. They truck driving and they shooting that damn gas.
You got a nickname for the truck?
Yeah.
Where you going?
Gas truck.
Why do you think America's fighting this war?
So the white man can put boo-cool money in his pocket.
How's that?
Because anything America gets into, the white man puts boo-cool money in his pocket. He just let you die, man, so he can send his little war materials over here, man. Shit. They don't care about you, man. All they want to do is just get some money, man. They build their little firms up here and around, send everybody over here, man, round up their dust and let you die. And don't give a fuck.
Have you seen any Confederate flags?
That's all we got in my company. Got one up in the oily room. You talking about Confederate flags? What's a Confederate flag anyway? I thought the flag with the cross, stars and shit like that was American flag. What's American flag look like? All you see is Confederate flags draped in the back of trucks, man, everywhere. Yet and still they got a colonel that can come down and say, I want all this black bumper stickers off of these walls. We don't have no room for militants in this army. Have any room, matter of fact, we don't have room for black people. All we got are colored boys in this army. It just burns me up, man. I mean, of all things to have over here, man, why a Confederate flag? As a matter of fact, I think it ought to be some goddamn law to fucking outlaw them goddamn flags, man. Fucking Confederacy is gone, man. Do you really know what the Confederacy did, man? He tried to rise up and fucking fuck up the whole goddamn country, man. Just over a little goddamn things like slaves, man. They want to secede from the Union because they can't make fucking human beings work, whip them with fucking whips, kill them, sell them on markets, treat them like fucking animals. They want to just fuck up everything because they can't treat a human being like an animal, man. And that's really senseless, man. And then they let them still run around with those silly-ass flags.
What did you think about America reaching the moon?
I wish I could piss that far. Because, man, they can't find anything better to waste money on than going to the moon, right? I mean, wow. It's really something up there, too, right? A moon, man. If it was some food up there they're going to get to bring back to feed these poor people in the streets, shit, yeah, go to the moon all you want. Go to the moon. Oh,
would
man.
you join a group like the Black Panthers?
I damn sure would. I'd either join the Black Panthers or SDS. Preferably SDS, man.
Why?
Because they down on the whole thing, man. They down on this fucking war. They're down on society, right? Establishment, man. Because society and establishment is fucked up, man. And it needs change, man.
Change to what?
Change so people can live, man. Live equally, you know. So, I mean, you know, get all this racist stuff on out there. I mean, it's always going to be race, man. I mean, people are always going to know you're a different color. But see, now the time has come when it's going to be one race, man. It's not going to be fucked over all the time, man. It's not. I mean, we not no fucking Indians, right? I mean, they had their way. They put us on a reservation just like them damn Indians, man. Give us nothing. But see, that ain't going to happen to the black man. If anything happened, the black man will put these fucked up white people on reservations.
And you think the black man should return to Africa?
Hell no.
Why?
Nothing in Africa for me. My home is America, man. I was born in America and I'm an American. The Constitution doesn't say anything about the color of people's skin, except that it says they're equal. All people are born and created equal, man. Unless you're a Buddhist, right? Then you're a fucking number 10 person. The United States says Buddhists are number 10.
Everywhere I traveled, brothers spoke out about the leaders back home, the black ones and the white ones. I asked Gas Truck how he felt about the loss of Martin Luther King.
I mean, it burnt me up when they killed him, man. Because he's a black man, right?
Right.
He was trying to help him his way, man. But nonviolence had played out, man. Nonviolence didn't do a thing to get that man killed.
What about Julian Bond?
Julian Bond is up there, number one dude, man. Because he's doing what Brooks should be doing. He's opening his mouth and speaking. And letting the people know what's happening.
He gonna get killed, though.
He'll die young, just like King.
How'd you feel when Bobby Kennedy got killed?
Only the good die young. Must have been some good, right?
How you feel about Rockefeller, John Nixon?
He's rich. He doesn't want to pay taxes. Fuck him. He wants me to pay all the taxes. Rich people just don't want to pay taxes, man. They make all the money and refuse to pay taxes on it. Rockefeller's the governor of New York, and Lindsay is the mayor. And they can't keep the garbage off the streets.
Who you want to see president?
That's a hard question, man. I like to jokingly say I'd like to see George Wallace. So all the brothers would really rise up, man. I mean, that would even bring the fucking Toms out, man. Even they wouldn't sit still for that shit, I'm sure.
How you like Dick Gregory?
That dude is really something. I haven't heard him tell a joke in so long. All he does is go on dives, go to jail, run for president. That dude does everything, man. He's a number one dude. They ought to make Dick Gregory president. At least he could eat once in a while.
Hey, what about this woman from New York?
One that got elected out of Brooklyn, Chisholm?
Yeah. She out of sight, you know what I mean? She heavy like a motherfucker. I shit you not, she got her shit together.
What do you think of Lyndon Johnson?
Lyndon Johnson did a whole lot, man. He did a whole lot for the black man. I don't know if he wanted to do it or not. Matter of fact, I'd like to see Johnson as president right now. At least he didn't run around saying, I'm going to stop the war, I'm going to stop the war, and don't do a damn thing but withdraw 25,000 troops and then send 2,500,000 back over. I wish he was still president, man. At least I knew what he was doing, right? I knew he was going to come on TV and have a heavy heart. Nixon always needs a shade. He just ain't nowhere to.
You haven't seen anything where Nixon has passed any bills for the black man or anything of this nature? Nixon is thinking more or less of foreign policy, of more or less of his own race.
Well, you take the black history, you take the honky history. The honky history is a bunch of fucking, you read about a bunch of goddamn villains that done goddamn they make out of history. You take General Custer in your history books. Just cause the Indian kicked his ass, he's supposed to be a motherfucking goddamn hero. You take motherfucking George Washington, this motherfucker on a whole bunch of goddamn slaves. you take all these motherfuckers they call motherfucking heroes. They done goddamn owned slaves or got whooped by the Indians and did some funky ass shit. And as far as Nixon, he just trying to pass a couple of bills to keep your ass down.
Many blacks had impressive records for bravery and command. None more than Colonel Frank Peterson, a Phantom Squadron commander at Chu Lai. He commanded some of the Marines you have heard. I asked him if their anger would spill into the streets when they come home.
Many of the blacks who are being discharged, if they encounter the right set of conditions, will become guerrillas. And I think it could be anything from a policeman stopping a car and telling them get out of there, boy, or something of this nature, just enough to trigger them. And I think that the average black who has been here and then goes back to the States is bordering somewhat on the psychotic as a result of, one, being a Negro in America, having been born and raised, and then having been given this black pride, and to go back and find out nothing has changed.
Wherever I went in Vietnam, I heard brothers talk about what they might do back home. What could set them off? Listen to what they say.
March down the street and the man, let the man hit you in the head with a stick. Don't do nothing, brother. The man ain't trying to hurt you. He just trying to stop you. Don't just turn your head over and let him hit you again. Oh, shit.
I don't want to hurt him. I want to just get rid of him, eliminate him.
I'm out there in the bush where I can be shot anytime and give up my life. And I've already watched brothers die. I had to identify the body. I watched this dude die. Shot, sniper round. For what?
My ancestors said please. Yeah, they said please. Did they get any mercy? Why should we go turn around and stick out their tin plate and say, please, may I have this? Hell no. Fuck the motherfucker. I say start an armed revolution.
What do you mean by an armed revolution?
Armed revolution, the thing that has been taught to you in the military. We've seen things that, you know, that really make you want to freak. I mean, blow your mind and whatnot.
Now, how much better equipped can a brother be after his Vietnam experience? What can he do?
We've learned squad tactics, how to use the weapon, how to take care of it, you know? Why can't we teach our brothers back in the world how to shoot this weapon, take care of it, defend himself?
As the brothers fade back from over here, you're finding more and more brothers that are getting together. Because most of the brothers, when I went home, the only ones that were together were the ones that had been over here. And they're starting to talk now. And they're talking to other brothers. Other brothers are starting to get the picture of what's going on. So we're going to be more or less the backbone. If not the leaders, we will be the backbone of this revolution.
They got me over in the norm. See, they thinking they're harming me. But see, if it boils down to a revolution, they really taught me something, really. Because I know how to set up C4 charges.
Oh, man. M14, 500 yards?
Name it.
I tell you what. I be when he can't see me in the dark, no way, I just mark off and put me a cypress coat on that mama and they like laying lead for him.
The way he look.
You know another thing with the white man, what's gonna be a downfall? He think all brothers look alike. If you're black, you look alike. You look exactly. If you're black, you look alike. And see, he just don't know. I might be one of them old times that pushing his broom and be smiling at him and doing. And doing my job quick.
The Marine Corps taught me one other thing I didn't mention. They taught me how to improvise.
And Pete, this white man taught me how to be sly. Just like he'll laugh and smile in your face and pat you on your back and call you a good man and all this, but he really calling you a good nigga. Same thing I'm gonna do to him. I'm gonna laugh and smile in his face. But when I be patting him on his back, I'm gonna be stabbing his ass to death.
Now they're coming home. I saw a gas truck back in the world, at home in Washington, D.C. We talked to the students, killed at Kent State and Jackson State, students his own age.
I think they're really martyrs. I think they also died in vain. All through the years, man. They kill anybody they want, and nobody cares. Nobody in position to do anything about it cares, right? And anybody who could get into a position to do anything about it gets killed. Do you think Vietnamization will work? Or what does it mean to you? Vietnamization, like, I don't understand because, like, cats been Vietnamese all their lives. I mean, how much more Vietnamese can they get, you know? They've been being Vietnamese ever since they've been in Vietnam. What do they want out of those people?
Well, we're Vietnamizing the war.
No, you're Americanizing the war. You're westernizing Vietnam. Trying to give them all kinds of fucked up values.
Such as what?
Just trying to make them, oh wow, capitalists, killers, oppressors. Teach them how to kill their brothers, right? That's what they want them to do. Kill your brother, right? Kill the North Vietnamese, right? You're a South Vietnamese cat, man. You kill your brother. Why help him out? Why do anything for him? Why try to see things his way at all? Kill him.
What do you believe Americans achieved in Vietnam?
We really have achieved in Vietnam. We're doing a lot for Coca-Cola. A whole lot. Coca-Cola is really doing well in Vietnam because of us Americans. Those Vietnamese can sell Coca-Colas for 50 cents and above. And I think that's really nice, right? We help those Vietnamese people out a lot by letting them, giving them those Coca-Colas. Yeah, right. They like Coca-Cola. We like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's in every country in the world. Hurrah for Coca-Cola, right? Turn on with a Coke, man. It's the thing. The young generation or something. Other than that, we just treat them bad. Just do them in, man. Do the poor Vietnamese in.
Would you join the Black Panther Army?
I doubt it. It would really have to get a lot closer to home for me to really get out in the streets and want to start killing pigs. If you're a Panther, you can forget it because, like, you're gonna, like, get it in the end, man.
Perhaps some of the anger, some of the rhetoric will fade as the brothers return. What is clear is that they are worse off now than when they left. In the big cities, I see them walking the streets, still wearing their army jackets, with nowhere to go and nothing to do. Bad discharges, drugs, no jobs. This story is far from over. The angry voices of black soldiers are being heard around the world.
I haven't got an education. Since I've been here, the only thing I learned is how to kill somebody.
And you come back to the States, and the man's going to say, I'm sorry, son, but I'm going to give you these rights, but you ain't ready for the rest of them yet. And after I done put my life on the line, the man comes up there and says that, I'm going to try to kill him. And if I can't kill him, he's going to wish he was dead.
All the people have to get together. You should have unity. You gotta. Then, second of all, you should have self-respect for yourself as a black man, black respect for the women of the black race and all black people. And then you should have self-defense, because you're going to have self-defense, because you ain't going to let the man fuck over you no more.
Right on.
Let the man know well, if I come back to the States, he's got something to deal with when I get back. I ain't coming back playing, hey, can you see, I'm whistling Sweet Georgia Brown and I got the band.